With the remembering God, just now we are going to start our English debating program 2022. This is the second time in our institute. We see in the debating program the topic selected or to pass, my left side position and my right side opposition of the program. We are watching in the stage presented our honorable president of the program. Then we see our honorable chief guest, other guest, and audience. Then all my students, different classes. We know that life is not a bed of roses. In this world, there is not single thing achieved automatically. If you want to achieve anything, we have to struggle a lot. We have to run after, always struggling. Then you may hope to want your cherished goal. However, just now I am going to call at first my left side, the position of the debate program. Let me introduce the speaker, all the position members. First of all, first speaker, Maliha Akhtar. Then second speaker, Jannatul Firdaus. And the red speaker, that means team leader, Raihan. My right side opposition of the debate program, first speaker, Megla. Then second speaker, Cynthia. And the red speaker, that means stands for team leader, Sabikun Nahar Orpi. At first, I love to call my left side the position speaker one named Maliha. Come and try to deliver your speech about the position.
Thank you, Honorable Moderator, and learn jury to all those who are watching and listening hardest. Congratulations and best wishes. The debate is ongoing. Autobus of prescribed subject is the best decision. My team and I are for the motion of the matter for very sound reasons. As the first speaker of the party, I'm defining today's topic. Honorable Moderator, if we look at today's topic, we can see that the topic is divided into two parts. One is autobus and other is good decision. Autobus refers to passing in the next class without any conventional examination. And good decision means the decision that is better and acceptable to all. At first, I will tell future goal is first, or students' life goal is first. Answer the remaining questions. Exams do not determine a student's future. Honorable Moderator, when COVID-19 was first detected in Bangladesh on March 8, all the educational institutions were closed on March 16. And Honorable Moderator, just thinking about the safety of the students, there was no opportunity to get tested in this dire situation like COVID-19. Honorable Moderator, we didn't stop the students from studying. Honorable Moderator, my country is the first in televised classes from 29th March, only 11 days after the closure, only thinking of the students. Honorable Moderator, my exams can never be more important than life and safety of the students. Students need fitness first, because no student can study properly if he is not healthy. We are saying Autopass is the best option on the basis of three reasons. Firstly, everybody would get all the facilities they need. Secondly, Autopass will have a good impact on their future. And lastly, the quality of education won't have any bad effects. Honorable Moderator, our wise opponents are just protesting for exams, but the writer whose books have achieved the fame and name by their hard work and determination. If we read about those famous writers' life story, we can clearly realize that they haven't attended any exams. They just worked hard and didn't thought about the result. They have said many times that just focus on your work, don't think about the result. Are they wrong? Honorable moderator, Bill Gates said, I failed in some subject, but my classmates passed. Now they are Microsoft engineers and I own them. Honorable moderator, those who are hardworking, diligent, and possess right mindset can achieve success in life. What is use of testing those who are not so hardworking? Opposite friends, I wanna tell you the famous quote of Sir Fixer. If it takes a scar to get something good, then it is better to get a scar to get something good. Similarly, if life is saved by not taking the test, it is better not to take the test. Opposite friends, you live in the world of magic. Please leave the world of magic and come to the world of logic. Thank you, everyone.
Lot of thanks. The first speaker for the motion for your very good speech. Now I'd like to call for the against motion. The first speaker, please come and address your speech.
Our opponent asked a question to choose future goals and life. Dear opponents, when all the sectors are open, then the question of choosing between future goal and life is dry in vain to stand in favor of the motion. According to APJ Abdul Kalam, as a developing young mind is to the youth, leading them to despite destroying a nation. Honorable moderator, Assalamu alaikum and a very good day with all. The topic of today's debate is OTPAS. Refers to if it is beneficial to us which is in favor of the motion, and what it is detrimental to us which is against the motion. We chose to stand against it. We are saying that the decision of giving OTPAS is not a right decision in COVID-19 situation. Instead of the alternatives, and it is a ploy to ruin the education system. Honorable moderator, fellow judges, before proceeding any further, I would like to address 4 keys of points of our speeches I and my team member will be describing throughout the debate and prove that what was never a right decision. These are: number 1, why is what was given; number 2, what are the alternatives; and number 3, world's education system at the time; number 4, are suffering created by what was. Each student is unique, not only capable of learning but also capable of succeeding. OTPAS refers to depreciation to the industries, pushing them to and giving entertainment to the students without judging their reports. Honorable moderator, before proceeding to my point, why is OTPAS given? There comes a few more points like COVID-19 pandemic. Bangladesh at the time of pandemic, the risky of getting COVID-19 are higher in crowded and inequality ventilator space where infected people spend long periods of time together in close proximity. Outbreaks have been reported in places where people have gathered, often in crowded indoor setting and where they talk loudly, shout, breathe heavily. Stated by www.whoin.com. Honorable moderator, we saw the government workers working, so them making procession. According to the opponents, they don't get affected by COVID-19. Only the students are in danger. So what are the reasons behind giving OTPAS? Organized dated 24th October 2022 by Education Reform Initiative. They said that students who would get OTPAS would face criticism throughout their lives. By taking such a decision, the government put the voting and OT students in the same law. It is a clear distraction to the students who are industrious, whom we cannot expect any patriotic work from them, as their mindset is built on depreciation and detraction. So this autopass has no good impact on the youth. Honorable moderator, let us make our stand clear. We are saying that we could take other possible step to evaluate the qualification of the students. We could increase the number of exam center according to the candidates in every district and draw a map of the roads to reduce gatherings. The police officer and military forces work for us to maintain health precautional from the beginning. If the government deployed the military forces, the roads to reduce gathering, then surely the students could give exam safety. People under 15 years old, especially youth, are in less danger of COVID-19. As example of the students as an individual gives values, overcome farewells, filling them with positively to improve the quality of education. We are saying that autopass was not a right decision taken in the pandemic, and it was a ploy to ruin the education of our country. So thank you, honorable moderator. Thanks to everyone.
Our honorable first speaker against the motion for your valuable speech. Now I would like to call to address the speech. Second speaker for the motion, Sunia.
Hence the forehead is blind to the evil eye. After saying so much, why is the voice operate and the ear closed? Thank you, honorable moderator, and learned jury best regards to all who have seen and heard, and congratulations. The debate too is ongoing. Prescribed subject autopass is the best decision. I am and my team are for the motion. Currently, the education, health and safety of our youth, students and undertreat, and the proposal that we are going to present is for 2-day perspective, autopass is the best option we can see. When the infections of COVID-19 started, came in hand in the European countries, their government decided to open all the school colleges in their respective countries. But their decision backfired. More than 150,000 students were being affected per week. Well, at the time that the governments of Bangladesh made a decision, a good and indeed. It started a system where they would give assignments to students when the students would gather to submit the assignment. COVID-19 could not be able to make a bad impact on them. The decision came out to be quite heavy. Just another so students were being affected, which is much lesser than other countries. Source www.jengnews.com. Now a question remains for the ways of parents. What is more? Importance of the life of the students we are future of this nation or attending exam risking the life. I hardly desire to know the answer for our operators. Our operators are just talking about in them. I still don't understand how do you expect a student to attend an exam who has recently lost his parents. After saying the made his worst decision. A well-known report has said, don't think about autopass or anything, just carry on your work. If autopass has an impact on the SS exams, if it has disturbed the quality of education, then did not it affect the students who get the chance to study in medical college and university and BUET? Is their hard work going to honorable moderator answer? Inspired UNESCO, the rate of illiteracy has decreased up to 36%, and about 98% children of our country have come under education. From 2010, the government of my country has given books for the regularly, which also continues during the COVID-19 period. Sustainable education policy, emergency educational policy, technical education, and many development in respective sections. About 95,000 education videos are uploaded in many online platforms. All their arrangements were just for the welfare of the students so that they will follow. Our wise parents had asked why garments factories and Islamic institutions were given the permission to open up. Honorable moderator, garments factory were given permission to open up. It would help to economical growth of our country. There are a lot of developed countries in the world, among them in New Zealand. New Zealand was the first country which got the tag of COVID-19 free. Bangladesh was the also 20th country to get that tag. Bangladesh was one of the fewer countries which could keep their economy stable. the Islamic institutes were opened up, the many helpless and orphans would not get anything to eat. They would eventually step to death. Thus, the government had to open up the Islamic institutes. Honorable Moderator, even after giving proper explanation to all these facts, I would like to say, debater, you have lost your way. You don't know what to say. Thank you.
For a valuable speech for the motion. Second speaker. Now I would like to call, be ready for the time to deliver your valuable speech. Second speaker against the motion, named Cynthia.
I think our opponents are backfiring today's topic. Second speaker from opposition team said the government gathered the students in the name of Autopass. Thank you, Leonard. Opponents to agree with us. Thank you, Honorable Moderator, for giving me the floor. Honorable Moderator, I'm Abdul GPA5. This is not just my story of 40 lakh students are told for the government of the country. Honorable Moderator, after giving the result of Autopass, they called their relatives and said, I got GPA5. You called again to tell the result of GPA5 of Autopass. Honorable Moderator, Bikaner Sanun College, Samianun told to BT News 24 that once examination was done, the Autopass would not longer exist. But now everyone will say, you are Autopass. Honorable Moderator, how can you say that Bangladesh has taken another step the educational life by standing in such a place where you are pushing 40 lakh students for life through such eminent pressure? Honorable Moderator, we can see from the last statistic 47,286 got GPA5 last year. Honorable Moderator, you think about the student who changed from secondary to higher secondary section, how you will take nominate those students with certificate of science section. Honorable Moderator, our first speaker shows how it is possible to take the online mode. Honorable Moderator, now I'll show how it was possible to take the exam online. Honorable Moderator, today exam like ideas are taking place all over the world. The university's tests are going on. Why cannot take important exam of HSC? Honorable Moderator, we need to understand that the USA is not taking test. It does not mean they are not taking test. They have postponed academic year by 1 year. Honorable Moderator, 1 lakh students who got additional GPA5 will face university examination. Honorable Moderator, because of the fact that you are not taking important exam, the educational life of Bangladesh is going back a year. Honorable Moderator, it is not to state the war of the 1971 that we will have to take such a decision. In the fact, uncertainly, they suffer from depression, economic hardship. In this context, public universities are think of taking class and final examination online. It is important to have an expectable, sustainable and integrated plan during the COVID outbreak for online classes and examination. Former State Minister Ehsan Haq said, Autopass is not expectable. It is only harm the nation and the country's education system. Honorable Moderator, the government decision to give Autopass candidates of higher secondary certificate and secondary certificate based on result would have adverse impact on their lives in future and the education system. When we have these likely alternatives, them could not we took of this, which would be more beneficial to our students. We will have waiting for answer from the position team. In a column written from Kothamalu against the auto promotion system. Honorable Moderator, in my speech, I have proved that Autopass is not right decision taken in COVID-19 and it is the third. I will answer only one side of the coin and decide to forget the other. Honorable Moderator, I have described 2 key points in my speech. Number 3, 4, 5, and there are thousands of ways to prove the negative effects of Autopass. I was totally shocked at the logical Autopass is more expectable than alternatives. So ask yourself the conclusive question, why are you still debating here? Hope I have justified my arguments. And we are saying that Autopass was not a right decision, rather it was a ploy to ruin the education system. Thank you all.
Second speaker against the motion for his valuable speech. Now I would like to call, being ready to address the valuable speech. Time for hearing and enjoying the speech. Third speaker stand for team leader, Mr. Raihan.
Lack of character is lost. The head of wise opponent is lost without understanding the subject of the debate. Thank you, honorable moderator, and the judges who are watching and listening me. My sincere and best congratulations. And the debate is ongoing, and selected matter is how to pass the best decision. I and my team are for the motion of the matter and in the favors of this issue for very actual, factual, and logical reasons. Dear Honorable Moderator, Einstein said that if I had the chance, I would give up the exam system because it restricts students to textbook learning. As students to merit and talent can never be verified through some timed examination. So, I don't understand why my wise opponents are saying that exam should have been taken by hook or by crook. Dear Moderator, notice Thomas Alva Edison said that a few pages and exam paper can never determine a student's future. Talented people will overcome any desert situation and reach their desert goal. Dear Moderator, here's the report. Experts and researchers published a report in Naya Diganto on 27 May 2018. Moderator, notice it. Experts and researchers say that study is for life. Life isn't for exam. So why they are doing procession to exam? No, the experts and the researchers aren't wrong. I think my wise opponents are wrong. Dear Moderator, now I will come to my point. Dear Moderator, the wise opponent said that the infection rate of students in Bangladesh is so low, so why exam is not being taken? Dear Moderator, but there doesn't say it why the rate of infection of students in Bangladesh low. The rate of infection in Bangladesh has decreased as a visionary decision of government or TOPAS. Dear Moderator, if the government had opened school and colleges and conducted exams like European country, an average 50,000 students are died and affected by COVID-19 in per 2 weeks. Dear Moderator, here's the report. Dear Moderator, notice it. Its report shows that 8 students of Nazrul University have been infected by COVID-19 after coming examining hall. Who would you say is responsible for this matter? I hope. Dear Moderator, now I will come to my point. But government visionary decision Autopass has saved 4.5 crore students' life, 4.5 crore students' future. Dear Moderator, now compare Autopass is the best or exam is the best. Dear Moderator, I asked my wise opponents, tell me, does a student need to survive or he has to attend exam risking his life? Dear Moderator, 113 lakh AGC examinee under house arrest for the effect of COVID-19 attend AGC exam or will they cry because the pain of losing their relatives? Dear Moderator, a visionary decision like Autopass has given students an opportunity to prevent depression, suicide risks and even for the future plan when their mental health is threatened in this situation. Dear Moderator, the wise opponents hated up the streets by strongly opposing Autopass but couldn't say it in a soft voice. What is better than Autopass? According to Customer report, 150 students had attempted suicide because they couldn't make a hopeful result. Dear Moderator, another Rabindranath Tagore, another mother of humanity couldn't come anywhere. Dear Moderator, here's the report and dear Moderator, notice it. The newspaper shows how the country is losing our meritorious students just because of the irritating and bad side of exam system. Dear Moderator, now I come to my point. The risk of the suicide decreased by the visionary decision of government Autopass. Dear Moderator, when all developed countries like USA, Brazil, France, Germany, Norway cancelled their public exams for effect of COVID-19, standing this type of situation, exam should have been taken by hook or by crook, with least in a developing country. Dear Moderator, Honorable Moderator, I will give answer to some questions which opponents asked us. Firstly, they asked us why government didn't take exam in online. Because if the exam was conducted online and even a student missed the exam due to power failure or poor network, then who would have been responsible for the lives? So, considering all aspects, researchers, including everyone, say with us that Autopass is the best decision. And even then, if you don't understand, then I will tell you there are clouds in the sky of your world and it is too late for spring to come. Thank you, Honorable
Plenty of thanks, our Honorable third speaker, that stands for team leader, for your so important speech showing before the judge, audience and moderator. Now I love to call being ready for showing a valuable speech the opposition team leader named Sabiqun Nahar Orpi.
The roots of education are bitter, but fruits are sweeter. A tree is nothing without its roots. Similarly, education without exams. Honorable Moderator, today our opposition team proposes or pass. I, the opposition team leader, take a firm stand against the motion. And we are saying that OTPAS was not the right decision taken in COVID-19 and it was a ploy to ruin the education system of Bangladesh. Honorable Moderator, as I am the opposition team leader, it might be quite obvious to oppose the matter no matter what is proposed. But I want to inform you that not for the sake of the debate, not for gathering marks in my favor. I am firmly opposing the topic for the sake of the future of my people, for the sake of the prosperity of my motherland. Honorable Moderator, though the definition of virus is no longer needed, I want to pronounce it again. The virus is a small infectious agent that can replicate in the cells of organism and it can spread even in a short form of communication. Then, Honorable Moderator, we have seen that the parents had opportunity to go out. I mean, the elders had opportunity to go out, and they could do whatever they want to do. And we are saying that the children staying at home, they are very much safe. Now, Honorable Moderator, their question arises: if the parents somehow get affected with coronavirus, won't this virus spread from the parents to their children? There is a question for the opponents, hoping that they will give the answer. Then, Honorable Moderator, when all the sectors are open, then why don't we take exams like HSC by maintaining 1 meter distance from each other? Honorable Moderator, according to our opponents, there is no need of exams. Then why don't we stop taking exams? Why don't we just predict that this student will pass, this student will fail, and this student will get A+? Why don't we change the full education system? So, I think the educators, the elite persons of our country should think about the matter according to our opponent. Then Honorable Moderator, the process of giving OTPAS result is not so simple. There are numerous complications here. Honorable Moderator, the students who got GPA 5 in SSC and JSC exam, it was a bit easier for them to get the results. But there were complications for determining subject-based GPA. These complications were feared with 3 types of candidates. First, group change. Honorable Moderator, the second speaker from my team has introduced us to the sufferings of the students created by giving OTPAS as they have changed their group when they go to the higher secondary level. Now let's come to the second and third points. The second and third points is respectively the irregular candidates and third is the improvement candidates. Honorable Moderator, among the HSC candidates last year we have found that there were 2,65,501 candidates who were irregular, and which was out of 13,65,789 candidates. And there were more than 54,000 candidates who failed in all subjects and they did not take the exam last year. And in this process of giving OTPAS, these students who failed last year will get passed and they are the most privileged. Honorable Moderator, according to www.resultbangladesh.com, they are saying that there were more than 16,000 improvement candidates and there were more than 3,000 private candidates who did not get the expected result last year and they prepared themselves for the improvement examination. And they are saying that the students who were most likely to suffer was the students who were the improvement candidates. Now, just think how crucial it is. We are giving privilege to the students who failed last year and we are giving opportunities to them, and these students having a bitter experience in our country will have to abroad to extend their knowledge to get the proper evaluation of the credit. And now our land opponents, please answer my questions. How the rest of the students who failed in the last HSC exam and got passed without any efforts, how they would contribute to our economy, how they would represent Bangladesh to the worldwide, and what will be the situation of Bangladesh in next 10 to 15 years. Honorable Moderator, our opponent, especially the first speaker and the leader of the position, had a misconception about the alternatives, as my first speaker and the second speaker included the ways of taking online and offline exams. I think they should be a good listener. Honorable Moderator, they claim that Brazil, France have cancelled to take public exams, but the situation and their country situation, the situation of Bangladesh and the situation of other countries is not the same. Why should we take the conception of the other countries when we have problems in our countries? So I think that the opponent should change their mood, and we are saying that OTPAS is not the right decision. And if still they are stuck with thinking the benefits of OTPAS, then I'll have to say, master go before your realization, master go before our destination. Thank you,
The leader of the opposition for extra 2 minutes valuable speech.
I would like to thank opposition leader to cope with our opinion. Whatever you say, brother, I want the golden deer. Exactly the same situation as my opponent. They will listen, understand, but won't accept. Thank you, Honorable Moderator, again to give me another chance for doing argument. Dear Moderator, notice Douglas Diaz is a student in Brazil who was infected by COVID-19 on the first day of attending the national exam. Then he lost his parents gradually. OTPAS has made it possible for no other students to be in the same situation as Douglas Diaz. Dear Moderator, our wise opponents hasn't been able to put up any valid argument of their favor while opposing our OTPAS. As to make mango juice, you need mango. Like that, to win a debate, you need logic and proper facts. Our wise opponents clearly couldn't present any logic and any valid information according to the debate. They couldn't prove that this meter in their favor actually, factually and logically. Dear Moderator, the government and the experts have strictly asked the people not to troll or abuse against their decision OTPAS, as by that they will just prove how illiterate and silly they are. Dear Moderator, here's the report. This decision is, here's the report, and said professor of Dhaka University, this decision is quite valid. Dear Moderator, now I will come to my point. Dear Moderator, the government said that this type of valid information. They have questioned dear Moderator, my wise opponents questioned us why the RSSB examinees had to be physically touched. I will answer to that quite briefly. Dear Moderator, they have told us one side of this story. When the Russia-Ukraine war was being fought, Bangladesh took RSSB exam to increase and empower the Bangladeshi military. Dear Moderator, till now we have explained and told about 3 important and logical facts, but our wise opponents couldn't even explain any important or logical facts. We have asked many questions about what they are standing with, but it is a matter of sort of that they couldn't answer or explain any of these questions we asked. The solution of our wise opponents gave us will work certain time, but will not last long. So I would say just accept the fact and don't be surprised to say OTPAS is the best decision.
Thank you very much for team leader of the opposition for the extra time in speech. Now I would like to address the speech, the team leader of the opposition, the time 2 minutes.
Thank you, Honorable Moderator, for giving me the chance to speak against the motion again. And thanks to our opponents for giving us a poetry session. So, Honorable Moderator, every person is a potential. Without taking exams, we can just predict, and there is 50-50 possibilities of doing good and doing bad in the exams. Then we can't take such a decision officially. This kind of decision has not ever taken after the Liberation War. Honorable Moderator, when the people are watching movies in cinema halls, taking an easy access to the tourist places, and they can travel to the job, then and have no guard against the virus, then we can't compare this situation to the Liberation War. And then Honorable Moderator, if you are still not confused, then you can have a look on the students of Komi Madrasa. You will see that in the madrasa there are more than 10 lakh students who are studying and staying. And we have not even a single negative reports about them that they got affected and they were died because of this COVID-19 effects. If if anyone asks the netizens of our country to choose between the livelihood and the life, they will choose the livelihood, because our situation and the situation of other countries is not same, and that is why our government took the decision of unbinding the lockdown even when people are dying more than 200 per day. So why don't we take exams in that situation for the sake of the students? Why it is so negligible to the government? That's why we are saying that it was a ploy to ruin the education system, and the decision of taking auto pass took a new dimension after the speech of Dr. Jafarullah sir. As he said, auto pass is a way to shut the mouth of the young leaders of our country, and as they are the active agitator of every problem and in every crisis of our country, and that's why we are saying that the auto pass was not and if still our opponents wants to cover the sufferings with the emotional facts, then we have to say that it is like a crocodile cry to us. So agree to our saying that the Opas was not a decision taken in COVID-19, and it was a ploy to ruin the education system. Thank you, Honorable Mayor.
Human speech. Now we are at our 11th hour, so my dear audience, many thanks all of you for enjoying and watching the speech. Now we are now 11th hour, so we have to wait for the result, as we are watching our three judges. Their valuable times today with passing us, so we have to wait until the results ready. So we are watching our three judges very valuably try to count the result until it make solution. So now we have to wait it. So now we have seen many times both of the team leaders and all the speakers have been worked a lot at the level best. So we know that in the past also in this institute there was a debate competition program that was held in this institute in English, and this is the second time in our institute, and we know that in this way, if we practice lot unitedly by the teaching of our honorable teachers and our honorable judges, we are expecting a lot of that. One day the students will be so expert and excel in this regard. So, and we believe that one day you will rule us. The time is not so far to rule us, as when we will admit into college level, then you will be able to know what is the real fact of the debate competition in English. Now we have found lot of your pronunciation, accent, and your also presentation. Both of the teams leader and also all the speakers are so much fine. We are so much happy and we are so much lucky hearing and enjoying all of your speech. Now,
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. At first, a lot of thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm really happy and glad to attend this type of program. Actually, Sunshine is not only an institution, but also a house of light. From this institution, they enlightened different type of light. And I would like to get 2 or 3 minutes from you. Just I want to explain something. As I am nearing beside the institution and I know something from this institution, this institution has different type of hope, different type of purpose. It is not a commercial institution. This is an institution that have take the responsibility for changing our society. They want to remove the darkness of ignorance, and they want to build up an educated, enlightened society. And I would like to thank a lot of Mr. Shamsuddin Sir. He is a man of letters, according to my eye, that I think he often thinks how can he improve the society, how can he improve the institution. As a result, day after day he invents different type of policies. A few days ago he started a new course, this is called Nurani, and this is very good. At present, if we look all over the world, we will get a huge number of educated men. But there is one lack, there is one crisis. This is morality. Just for giving moral lesson, religious learning, he started a new course. And I would like to thank Mr. Shamsuddin. Thanks a lot for starting this course. And now I want to say something about the debate club. After listening this debate competition, actually all the candidates, all the participants are very good. But this is a competition. There will be something barrier. But I would like to request, I would like to order my learners, don't take hard, don't take shock, don't get any hardship if you don't get your expected or hopeful result. But I think, according to my judgment, according to my concept, all are winner. All are winner. Especially I would like to say something about the captain, Mr. Raihan Ahmed, and this girl's name is Orpi. They are both are very good. They are very talented, and their speaking style is really marvelous, excellent, awesome, tremendous. What is speaking style, both of them? Really nice. Oh, sir, I think the best service has got from this institution, from the teacher, and I would like a lot of thanks to give the teachers who train up you. And at last I want to say, if you arrange this type of program after 1 month or 2 months, this will be very effective, very useful for the learners, because at present English is not only a language, it is not only international language, it is a global language, and it is a technology. If you want to win the world, if you want to compete other parts of the world, if you want to win, if you want to hope, if you want to get your success, if you want to establish yourself in the era at present, English is essential, English is crying need, it's the demand of time. So, according to the situation, according to that era, according to that time, Mr. Shamsuddin Sir started this type of program. This is very valuable, this is very effective. So, again, I would like to thank all the participants. Thanks to everybody. No more today. Thanks. Allah Hafiz.
I have got the result sheet. You know that, my dear students, where there is competition, there is result. So you have to consider the team leader position score 23, team leader position score, and the opposition team leader score 22.66. So the winner team leader Mr. Raihan, captain. That means best speaker. Now the time to announce total score, both of the teams. The team leader, the opposition teams score total out of 75, 53.66, and the position depth, and this the opposition total score 55.66, and it has brought that today's winner team, opposition team. So now you have all of you worked hard lot, and your level best you have worked. I think in the next time you will do better, and we are hoping that in this institute, and along with, I will request our honorable manager as well as director to hold this type of arrangement in our institute so that we can improve ourselves as well as our all the colleagues and also our students. Now I am going to declare here conclusion. Thank you very much. Thank you all.